Hi, my name is Claudia Steppen, and for the past 4.5 years, I've been building a business on the side of a full-time career and raising 3 kids. And one of the questions I get asked a lot, and one of the struggles I see many women struggle with, is how to build your business on the side of a current career, or perhaps kids, or perhaps both, like me. So in this video, I wanted to share my tips on how I've been able to achieve success with my business while managing both those other responsibilities. So number one, my business is a network marketing business, which I do from my phone in the small parts of my day and from my house or wherever I'm at. But this video really applies to any business that you're trying to build. In the beginning, you might be trying to build your business on the side of something else. And so I really want to give you tips specifically for that. Okay, here's tip number one. My first tip is that you really have to leave work at work, or kind of block your different responsibilities. It's so easy to think about other things when you should be actually doing something else. And so you end up getting nothing done. For example, what used to be very hard for me as a full-time principal was not thinking about work when I got home, and about still having things on my mind that I need to do or want to do tomorrow, or just spitting thoughts in my head about problems that I wanted to solve at school, when I was supposed to be either A, focusing on my family when I got home, or B, focusing on my business or one of my other priorities. And so my first tip is to really train your brain to only focus on what you are actually doing at that time. We try as women to multitask, and our brains can spin lists over and over and over again. And a lot of times that leads to inaction, consistency in what we're trying to achieve. So my number one tip is, if you work a 9 to 5, when you come home, don't be thinking about your other career. If you're with your kids, be with your kids. And then if your kids are down for a nap, or someone else has your kids, or your kids are at preschool, then focus on your business. You want to be focusing on those things one at a time. So that's my first tip. My second tip is to be consistent with building your business. The number one thing that I have found people struggle with when they are building a business is consistency of effort and action. And for example, especially if they're juggling many things. So I have seen people work on their business for 2 to 3 hours on the weekend, and then the week gets hectic and the other job gets in the way, and your family responsibilities come in, and then a week goes by and you sit down and now you try to focus on 3 or 4 hours of business again. And you never can build momentum when you're doing that, especially in network marketing. So my number two tip is be consistent with your actions. You need to put in effort on your business every single day, because you need to create the habit of that priority in your life. If you're only working on your business when there's time, and you're only working on your business when other things don't get in the way, then you're most likely not working on your business enough. And like I said, with consistency. That consistency of daily action will build momentum for you. It will build a habit of you being committed to your business, even if it's just for an hour a day. I built my business in network marketing to a 6-figure income a year by focusing on my business for 1 hour a day. And that is the recipe that I followed. I can honestly say, in making this video right now, that there hasn't been a day that I haven't focused for an hour. And here's the thing, you have an hour of time. If you're feeling like you don't, then you haven't prioritized yourself well enough yet, or you might not be getting up on time, or you might be doing other things that you shouldn't be spending your time on. So that is my number 3 tip, is actually saying no to other things. Sometimes our biggest problem is that we're a yes person, and we say yes to everything, and we say yes to helping this person and yes to helping that person. And when we have extra on our plate, we quickly find that we just don't have the time to do it all. So you want to make sure that you are prioritizing your top big goals. Okay, so for me, I had to decide what is most important for me. Number one, family. I wasn't going to sacrifice my time with my family. Number two, my career in education. I wasn't going to sacrifice my career. Number three, my health and wellness. Taking care of myself was a priority as well. And then number four, my business and helping other people with their health and wellness. So when I am deciding how I'm spending my time every day, I'm running it through that filter. Does it connect to one of those four priorities? And if it doesn't, I say no. I gave up certain things that were not in those four categories when I realized I need to make sure that I'm making time to grow my business. For example, one of the things I eliminated was Netflix. I used to watch Netflix shows for my downtime, for my relaxation time. But to be honest, that was an hour that I could have been spending on my business. So there for me was where I found the time I needed to be consistent with my business. It was that 1 hour Netflix show that I was still watching. So that's my third tip, is make sure that you are saying no to things that don't fit into your priorities. It's okay. You can't do it all. And if you have goals and dreams to pursue, you want to make sure that you are, setting yourself up for only saying yes to the things that meet the categories that are most important to you. The last thing I want to say is your focus on your business. You need to know exactly what you need to do to drive your business. All right. So every business can be different. But you need to know exactly what those actions are. In network marketing, we like to call those income producing activities. Scrolling Facebook for an hour and getting lost on Pinterest is not an income activity for your business. So you have to be laser clear on what drives forward momentum in your business. What actions help you build your clientele, or perhaps build your team of sales professionals that are working with you. So, for example, in my business, we have actually a list that we made that is a tracker for actions that we share with our team, because people, you need to know exactly what that is, because if you don't know what working on your business means, then you might be setting aside the time to work on your business, but when it comes down to it, you sit down and you're kind of like, okay, what should I do? So get laser clear on the actions that lead to the highest business building production for whatever it is that you're working on. It might be creating content for social media. It might be taking photos of your products and getting your products onto your website. It might be having conversations with people and connecting with new people and doing phone calls with people, or perhaps webinars, or again, things that are driving people learning about your products and services and your business. So those are my 4 tips for building a successful business on the side of perhaps a 9-to-5, perhaps children, or perhaps both. Don't give up. It can be done. And like I said, you can do both. Whatever your dreams are, I know that there's so many women out there, entrepreneurs, that are building their dreams, building their business, but that's not all they're doing. That's not all their responsibility in their life. They are mothers. They might be still employed with a 9-to-5, and they want to create their futures and build that on-ramp for their success. I hope these tips are valuable to you, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. You can follow me on Instagram at Claudia Steppen, and I'm always willing to share more to help you grow and achieve your goals. Have a great day.